Hello, my people. As promised, um, I said I would make a video um, every night. Let's see. Today was another excellent day. Um, I, my son, had JROTC, went grocery shopping. Um, let's see. I finished one of my classes. I just have one more thing to do for one and should be finished. Um, that's it. That's it. Um, I had company today for dinner. Great time. Played this game. Never played it before. Funny as hell. Cracking my head off. It was really, really funny. I think that laughter is one of the best exercises ever. And holy shit, did I laugh. It was Race Against Humanity or something like that. I know I'm messing it up. It's probably not that, but it was freaking funny as hell. And it was like the family version. And there is a version, an adult version of the game. So I said, we need to, I would love to play the adult version of the game with adults and drunk. I don't even know what the name of the game is, but it was so much fun. It was excellent, excellent game. So I had a really good time, and Julio had a good time with the company we had. So yeah, it was lots of fun. Um, and I think that's. I mean, I don't have anything much to share. Nothing exciting. Um, well, I was under the impression that I started school tomorrow, like on the 24th, and I was looking at my itinerary, like the schedule, and it said welcome back breakfast blah blah blah, blah the 25th, Thursday. I was like, what? So they moved it up one day because I recall when we left, we were saying, they were telling us, oh yeah, we start the 24th, and I remember that clearly because that's my sissy's birthday. So I was like, oh, look. I was like, holy shit, okay. So I guess that's exciting, right? I don't have to start school tomorrow. My son will be in ROTC, so I think I'm just gonna drop him off in park, check out my classroom, because I know it's a hot mess. I went to visit 2 weeks ago, and it was a hot mess, and there was a lot of stuff donated to my program. So I have to divide all that up, with the other colleagues, the other art teachers and stuff. So I know that there's a shitload of stuff in my classroom. Um, and then I believe I have to set up a meeting with my department. I'm not sure. I'll have to find that out. But I have the best department anyway, so, you know, buy them some donuts and just shoot the shit. How their summers were and how their summer was and all that good stuff. But I mean, I don't know. That's about it. It's funny because the friend that came over for dinner today, she's also a teacher, but she's already started like this week. And she was telling me how in the past, like she would be very stressed out like the beginning of the school. And that sucks to begin the school year stressed. That's crazy. Um, but she was sharing with me that she's a little bit more at ease. She has a different role in school this year, so she's a little bit more relaxed. So that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. It would suck to start your year like already stressed. Shit, that's crazy. You know, I'm already stressed only because I'm taking two more classes, college classes. But I only have three left, you know? And I would have had only two had I not dropped one because the professor was like a true asshole, like complete asshole. And, you know, so, but anyway, that's it. That's it. I don't have much else for you guys. I am in a good path. I'm staying in this path. And I am learning to just love on myself and look out for myself, and make sure that I do not allow others to direct my happiness. You know, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm learning to just love on me, and it's a great feeling. So I got to share one thing today. It was kind of funny. So um, I was in I was in Sam's. I was at Sam's today, buying some things, some groceries, and not groceries, just things that I needed. And oh, and there was a guy, and I went in after I dropped off Julio for ROTC. I went to Sam's, and I did not realize that to be in Sam's that early, you have to be a VIP, right? So I showed the lady my card, and she's like, "Oh, you can't be in here." I was like, "What the hell is my card? I have a card." She's like, "No, no, no, that card, you have to come back at 10." And I said, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Only VIPs get in now." I was like, "What?" So anyway, so I go and I asked the lady, "So how much is the VIP? What is the difference?" And she's like, "Oh, um the difference is like 50 something dollars or something." And I said, okay, well, why not? What the hell? I mean, I don't go to Sam's all that much, but I needed to get some stuff. I was not going to go home and then come back. So I figured I would use the $50, right? Like, whatever. And you get, like, whatever you purchase, you get money back on your purchases. So I said, okay. So anyway, so I get it, and I'm walking around, and I saw this guy, and he's like, "Good morning." And I said, "Oh, good morning." And he's like, "How are you?" I said, "I'm good, thank you. How are you?" "Oh, I'm good, thank you." So I kind of, cut the conversation, and he kept doing his thing, went off to do his thing, and I went off and did my thing. And I was looking for some shirts for Julio, like an Under Armour shirt, especially for his ROTC, because it gets so hot. So anyway, so I was looking at his shirt, and the man happens to cross my path again. And he just stops. He's like, "Oh, is this a good price for these shirts?" And I said, "Yeah, it's not bad. His Under Armour is a good brand, and they're only like whatever, this many." And 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 he says, and then he's just kind of making small talk, chit chatting. And he's like, "So, where are you from?" He asked me, and I said, "Oh, well, I was born in Puerto Rico, raised in, give him a little bit of my background." He's like, "Oh, I lived in Puerto Rico for blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Oh, are you Puerto Rican?" He's like, "No, no, no, I'm Mexican, but I lived in Puerto Rico." And he was sharing his life story. So he's sharing all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And he says, "Oh, are you buying that for yourself?" I was like, "No, I'm buying it for my kid." And he's like, "Oh, so, do you have kid? Do you have no? What did he say?" He says, "Oh, I have kids, but my kids are grown. They're all grown and out of the house." I said, "Okay, good for you." Like I'm trying not to. I don't want to be rude, right? You don't want to be rude, but you want to kind of, like, I don't really want to talk to you. So he's like, "Yeah, so are you married?" He says, "Are you married?" I was like, "No, I'm not married." "Are you seeing someone?" I was like, yeah." And he's like, "Oh, you hesitated. So that means that you're not." And I was like, "No, I am." And he's like, "But why did you hesitate?" I was like, "Well, because she's a woman." And he was like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that." And so he's like, "Okay." So, and then, the conversation was cut short. Then, he's like, "Oh, okay. My name is Mike." I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you, Mike." I didn't even give him my name. I said, nice to meet you, Mike. That's my dad's name. That's it. He went off. He went off to do his thing. So I was like, oh my God, I thought that was really funny. And he's like, so what did you hesitate? So before he left, what did you hesitate when you said that, you're dating a woman or whatever? And I said, well, because it's not accepted by many. It's something that is it's not accepted by many. He's like, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I said, oh, well, okay, thank you. I wanted to like say, okay, I know that, but I didn't want to be rude. And then, that's when he's like, okay, it was nice talking to you. So it was very interesting, and he's like, but, and while we were talking and we were still in the conversation, he's like, but I think I'm too old. I think, how old are you? And I said, I'm not gonna share that with you. I said, well, I just turned 60, and I said, okay. Oh shit, yeah. It was so that was the event of my day today, the highlight, I guess. It was pretty funny. I thought it was funny. He was nice enough. I don't care. I talk to everybody. And I think that's my problem. I talk to everybody. If trees could talk, I'd probably talk to trees. All right, people. I think this is long enough. I'm going to bed, not that I have to go to work tomorrow, which is an awesome thing. But I am going to go in while Julio's doing his ROTC. It's going to be at school anyway, and I will have to go back and pick him up, so might as well just stay and see the damage in my classroom. Okay? All right. Peace out, people. Bye-bye.